Hello, cartoon fanatics. What was that hello enunciation? I sounded like frickin' Matt Pat. Do it again! Do it again! Anywho, welcome back to Cartoon Corner. Amphibia Season 3 is here to drop kick me in the face as I muster energy to work on videos again. And what better motivation than seeing the after effects of the season finale of True Colors? I'm not sure I'm over True Colors yet. The Season 2 finale certainly left things off on a high, intense note with a cliffhanger for what will come for this third and final season. So today, we're going to cover the main highlights of the Season 3 premiere and speculate on how this season will escalate. Or not. I have been proven wrong with lore and wrapping up mysteries before to make way for mundane things. Mostly with Star Versus. Well, this season premiere knew that no one else forgot True Colors because the episode begins immediately after that Season 2 finale. Anne and the Planters are now stuck in the human world. Anne is finally home as she struggles to keep her parents calm while secretly searching for a way to return to Amphibia and stop King Andreas from his multi-dimensional conquest. On top of that, she needs to keep the Planters safe from other humans and figure out how to control her new calamity powers. This poor girl has so much going on. So let's go over the highlights of this episode. Right off the bat, I've got to say, Anne's parents are great. They are so sincere and understandably baffled, not just because there are talking and clothes-wearing frogs, but because their daughter has grown during her time in Amphibia. There are some neat parallels to this and the first few episodes of Season 1, the strongest parallel being when all of the Planters get put on lockdown, similar to how Anne was put on lockdown back in Season 1, and now Anne's change in her response to such a decision. She understands that her parents are afraid of losing her again, and she makes sure to address those concerns and bring up her perspective as well. Anne has gone from a rebellious, sort of jump first, ask questions later teen to speaking with more understanding than, well, most adults. She has had immense growth, and this episode makes that very clear. Even her parents see this and are humorously unsure of how to approach this new Anne. Now for the storyline itself. I'll admit, part of me was a bit concerned that the environment change would lead to having a heavy focus on more slice-of-life, wacky shenanigan episodes, while the Andreas threat would just sit in the background until we forget that there's a threat in the first place, until the finale comes around. We're in too deep now to return to happy-go-lucky episodes all the time. And when shows have tried that route in the past, it always felt extremely out of place. Thankfully, Amphibia appears to be making a good balance. We still do get some funny moments of the Planters experiencing human world things, but that is not the forefront of the story. With the power of the music box, Andreas sends a vicious Ghibli-looking frog robot to destroy Anne and her calamity power, adding another layer and more immediate danger to Anne and the Planters. Now this could easily turn into a formula of having to defeat the evil of the week, but right now, it's too early to tell if that's what's going to happen, especially when there are so many potential threats both on Earth and in Amphibia. Pretty much anything could go after them at this point. Speaking of calamity power, let's bring that up next. One neat part of rewatching Amphibia is that in the first episode of each season, Anne uses her calamity power. Seasons 1 and 2, you can briefly see her eyes flash blue. Now the power is fully unlocked, and Anne's power is not only a lot stronger, but also more difficult to control. She only seems to be able to unlock this power when those she cares about are in severe danger, and using the power takes a whole lot out of her. She's passed out on both occasions when she's used the power, and at the end of the episode, she tells the Planters how it doesn't feel right when she does use it. I guess they don't call it calamity for nothing. Okay, that was a terrible joke. Let's move on. Overall, the beginning of Season 3 is off to a promising start. There is clearly a lot to tackle and discover, with several mysteries still waiting to be revealed. We still don't know how the music box ended up on Earth, the true history between King Andreas and his former friends, what's going on with Sasha and the rest of the inhabitants of Amphibia, and Marcy. Marcy. I think that point speaks for itself. There is certainly a lot to address, and with this being the final season, I'm eagerly awaiting to see what awaits us. And speaking of finals, this is the end of a kind of short video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's been a while since I've really made anything to post on the channel. I won't be able to cover each new episode of Amphibia as it comes out, because there are a ton of Halloween events I agreed to do, forgetting that the weekends are when I make videos. But 'tis the season, Halloween takes priority. I'll make sure to cover a set amount, and of course the finale when it eventually arrives to tear our hearts out. If you like this, go ahead and do what we always say, like the thumbs up, hit the bell icon, etc, etc. The thumbs up is actually really helpful, because then I can see who really enjoys this enough and wants to see me continue making these. It's really great motivation during my creative slumps, because half the time I put stuff up and go, why did I put all that energy into it when no one even watches it, you know? Anyway, that doesn't stop me from talking about Amphibia, and with that, I'll see you next time.
Oh, they're trying! They're moving in their ice cube blocks! Yeah, that wasn't helpful. Oh, but it's gonna try and hurt them, and that's gonna unleash Anne, because she wants to protect them. Here it goes. Yeah! Yeah! Calamity powers! Super Saiyan!